What's up, fam? This is FSD Beta 8.1, not 10.1, 2020.48.35.6. Again, just a quick reminder, this is, they rolled back the naming convention of FSD Beta. It used to be 10.1, but the 10.1 is the 8.1 now. Elon fixed that. He responded to someone earlier and said, hey, you know, like, I'm on 8.1, it's like crazy good. And I hit him back with like, hey, we're on 10.1, but we're really confused, like, what's the actual story? So we're making a left here, and it's being cautious, and it's going through, handling it very, very well. You've probably seen this turn a billion times anyways, but yeah, so that's the reason why it's 8.1. So hopefully you have your audio on and you can understand. These are not actually like older videos. Today we have an interesting drive. It is going to be a decent portion on the highway, so hopefully that doesn't make you tune out. But all right, so we're going, made the right turn. Did that well. There were cars coming in and actually decided to go out, so but there was way more than enough space that it was gonna need anyways, so really happy with that. But yeah, so this is gonna, you know, be partial streets, partial highway, and then back onto streets again. Again, I want to iterate, like, these trips, and I actually have no idea how this trip is gonna go, right? Because I'm telling you that the goal of every trip for beta testers is to not only push it to the limits, but also to see how it does it every day. And I think each beta tester has kind of taken on different roles within what they want to do and what they want to target. For me, it's about the everyday, right? I've taken, as you guys see, I do a lot of mountainous roads as well. All right, so let's see which side it's going to go on. All right, so decided to go on the left side. But yeah, so, you know, I do my fair share. You know, I'm not going to be one of those guys, or like some of the other testers, guys and gals, that, you know, are like, you know, setting up cones in front of it, and just trying to go around it. You know, I'm literally just trying to, hey, what is the norm for me? What is the norm for most people, and how do we test that, right? And as I think there's been clear examples enough that doing that, you get enough, right? And it's because that's what you're going to see in everyday life, right? All right, so we're gonna make a right here. It needs to see the median. Okay, it's a little late, a little bit late. All right, and then it's just checking. No one's there because it was green, so it's gonna go. But yeah, by the way, so, you know, some of you guys that follow this channel pretty regularly, yesterday was kind of a joke. I actually was a little bit bummed that I used that drive as a joke, but it was partially because, you know, I had one of my good buddies in the conversation, and we were just having a personal conversation, and so the drive yesterday, I actually wasn't going to record it. So you can see that, you know, even when I'm not necessarily always, like, you know, recording with GoPro, you know, I may be testing, just, you know, I don't post everything. But yesterday was partially a joke. You know, some of you have made comments like, hey, I don't want commentary. And it's like, well, if you don't want commentary, here's no commentary. And then, so I think some of you, you know, were like, were kind of bummed about that. And but yeah, so that was kind of partially a joke, but a really good drive. So I hope you still checked it out. You know, still check it out, because it's a mountainous road, and ultimately you don't really, you know, the commentary is huge, right? But the drive itself is scenic, and, you know, deals with multiple scenarios. So all right, so we're at a stoplight. Yeah, and so Elon said that there's over 1,000 beta testers, and without going into too much details, clearly you know that there's, like, based on what you see on social media, there's about, what, 35 to 40 people that you could probably essentially call out that have it.
and the rest, who knows? You don't see them. We don't know who they are or what they're doing, and so without speculating much, I'm assuming that there's a decent portion of employees, if not, some other cases in that regard. But all that to say is that we are very, very lucky that Tesla has given over 40 people the ability to do beta testing. All right, so we're making a right here, and I love how it just handled that well. Like, realize it's turning. Okay, so we have other cars coming, so it notices that other car coming, and then it's gonna go. It's clear, so it's going. That's awesome. Make a manual adjustment, 70. I'm gonna throw it up to 70 again. As much as I love recording these videos, I would rather get there a little bit faster sometimes too, so. if I'm giving less commentary on the highway. So if you feel so, feel free to just speed this part up of the video. Going into a huge hairpin turn.
love that. I was it was kind of starting to go a little bit quick for me. So I'm really, you know, this is important, right? Like, Tesla continuing to learn more and more about the areas that we all live in. Hey, he's going into a huge hairpin, slow down to 30 miles an hour. Okay, great. He got done with the hairpin, now jack it up to 65. So it's all those small things that will happen as more and more people are testing and more things are going on. So that's why all this stuff is huge, right? Like, you know, the flow from city to highway and back to city, it's all important to have that, you know, make sure those are seamless flows, right? All right, so we have cars up here coming up. Thankfully, none of them are, you know, trying to jump in front because they're still kind of going a little bit slow. So here it could be interesting because it's, you know, you get off the highway, you got to get over 2 lanes. So that's always been, you know, a point of feedback that, you know, needs to kind of be addressed. That it sometimes needs to be a little bit more aggressive getting over lanes. So, you know, we'll see if this has any issues here. It may actually have enough space. I don't, we'll see. Alright, so we're going to right. Okay. Okay, it's green. Alright. Perfect. It's got to go over. Okay. I'm going to send that in because it swerved a little bit, and again, it's still technically going over a white line. So, but it still made it over. I've seen that sometimes it'll kind of go over a little bit late. All right, so we're gonna make a left here.